everybody, Miss Val here to show you today's Sunday school craft. So you want to find the craft bag labeled March 28th, and inside you will find what you need for today's craft. So the thing you're going to need is a piece of black construction paper, some glue, and there should be a bag of salt in there. Okay, there should be a little printed thing that says he is risen. And the other things you're going to need are either crayons or markers. If you've got a white crayon, it will be useful, or a piece of chalk, something like that, that when you write on the black paper, you would be able to see it. And I understand everybody has some watercolors at home, so you need to get your watercolors out too, okay? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. The first, and of course, to go with the watercolors, you need to have some water. So get a cup with some water in it, okay? And the other thing I forgot that you'll find is a big piece of white paper. Mine is a little bit bigger than what you have in your bag, but it's a piece of white paper for what we're going to do is mount our picture on it at the end, okay? Okay, so the first thing you want to do is get your black piece of paper and your white crayon or piece of chalk. And we're going to, this is a salt picture of a cross because Easter is coming next week. And we want to celebrate that with, because Easter, when Jesus died on the cross and rose from the dead. So I'm going to take my white crayon, and I'm going to draw on here an outline of a cross. So I'll show you what it looks like, okay? So I'm going to do that real fast here. Okay, so there's my cross. And I'm going to make like some shining rays coming out of it like this. So it looks like it's shining, okay? And leave a little space at the top for what, because at the end we're going to put our little he is risen label on it. Okay, so if you want to, you can put some grass or something down here around the bottom of the cross. That's up to you. You could just make some lines, or I did some where I just made some up and down zigzag. Kind of looks like grass, like that, okay? Now, my cross is a little crooked, but you can do a better job than me. Okay, the next thing you want to do is get your glue bottle, and you're going to trace over all the lines that you drew. You're going to trace them with glue, okay? All right, so I'm going to do that. And trace all, and you're going to get a nice line of glue on all those lines, because then we're going to use the salt after this. So I'm going to trace all my lines with glue. Okay, and I'm going to do my grass down at the bottom. Okay, so when you do that, then you should have glue on all your lines, okay? The next thing you want to do is take your salt, and you can use a spoon if you want to, or you can just use your hands. This is a little messy, so you probably want to have a little trash can next to you when you do this, all right? Okay, so you're going to take the salt and you're going to sprinkle it over all the glue that you put down on your picture, okay? So I'm going to take this and I'm going to sprinkle it all over my glue. And it's kind of messy, but it's fun, okay? So you're going to sprinkle it so that it sticks to the glue. Let me get it all glued up here, okay. All right, I think I got most of it there. All right. Then, because you're going to do, and I want to see if I have a trash can. I'm going to run over here to the sink and dump the sand off, and dump the salt off. So I'll be right back. Okay. Okay. So then what you have is this, and it has salt stuck all over it. Okay. Cool. All right. So make sure you have a trash can to do that in. All right. So I'm going to get my salt off of my table here. Okay. So now the next thing you want to do is get your watercolors out. Okay. So you get your cup of water and your watercolors. And what we're going to do is we're going to color this cross using watercolors, but we're going to touch the watercolor to the salt, and it's going to soak up the color. So like this. So I'm going to get this really, really wet, and I'm going to start with red. So I'm going to get my red watercolor really, 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 really wet. Okay. I'm going to show this. I'm going to bring this a little closer so you can see it. All right, so I'm going to watch what happens when I touch the salt. I hope you can see it from there. I'm going to touch, we're going to do it right here. If I touch it, look. I'm just touching the salt. Do you see how it's soaking up the red? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go all the way around my cross, but I'm going to make it a rainbow colors. So I'm going to use different colors all the way around the cross, okay? So this one I'm going to do a little bit of a purpley blue. Okay, I'm going to show you this one. And I'm just going to touch next to that. All right, like that, see? Okay, and you're going to do that all the way around the cross. I'm going to show you what it looks like.
This is your announcement that trivia is starting now.
That was my friend telling me that trivia is starting. I'm at work today. So, okay. Then, when you do that, you're going to have something that looks like this. So I'm going to put this back up. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to cover up the thing there. See how I did that all around the outside? Yeah. Pretty cool, huh? Okay. So now, what I'm going to do is, now you're going to get your piece of white paper, okay? The big piece of white paper. And I'm going to glue my picture on there in the middle so that it looks like a frame, okay? All right, so I'm going to do that. Get my glue out here, put it on the back of my picture. All right, so you're going to have to let your picture dry a little bit before you can do this. All right, there you go. I'm going to put it on my white paper like that. All right, now you can either take your He is Risen paper and you can put it right on the black right there, or you can put it up here on the white if you want to, okay? I think I'm going to put mine on top of the black because I think it looks really pretty next to the black paper. So I'm going to glue that on there, okay? At the top of my picture, and it says He is risen because Jesus rose from the dead on Easter Day, and the cross is a symbol of the resurrection. So that is our craft for today, and I hope you have a good time making it and that you enjoy it for put it up for Easter as a decoration. Bye, everybody.